Good day and welcome to the news. I deliberately escaped from my Ibadan home to avoid more casualties during 2021 DSS attack, Igboho. Now, the news in details. The Yoruba Nation agitator Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, on Friday night in his residence at Cotonou, capital of the Republic of Benin, said he deliberately escaped from his Ibadan residence in the heat of the invasion by the agents of the Department of State Service (DSS) and soldiers on July 1st, 2021, to prevent more casualties on the part of his aides. Adeyemo emphasized that if he had stayed back, apart from his two aides that were shot dead by the security agents, many more of his loyalists who were inside the residence located at Soka of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway would have been killed. It is recalled that operatives of the DSS and some soldiers in the early hours of July 1st, 2021, stormed Igboho's Ibadan house located at Soka of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on July 1st, 2021, firing gunshots which killed two of his aides, injuring others, while 13 other persons were arrested and whisked to Abuja, where they faced trial and were later granted bail by a federal high court. Speaking to journalists at his Cotonou home, Adeyemo recounted that heavily armed agents of the DSS, led by a woman and accompanied by a number of soldiers, waged a full-scale war on him that day. They condoned off my house and started shooting. Some of them were strategically positioned on the streets that led to my house from Soka Road, he recalled. According to him, they shot and fired their way into my premises, shooting sporadically in an encounter that lasted for more than 1 hour. It was a war and their intention was to kill me. It was God that saved me. Residents of Soka, most especially my neighbors, were gripped with fear. My uncle, who was a Muslim observing prayer, was shot dead right on his praying mat. Another close aide of mine was shot dead. Adeyemo, however, said that despite his escape from Nigeria, trial in Cotonou, and release from custody, agitation for the realization of Yoruba Nation is still on, and that very soon I will be back in Nigeria. The Yoruba Nation agitation is very much on, and we have not abandoned it. I am coming back to Nigeria very soon, he stated. I am coming back home very soon, because Yoruba land is my fatherland, and nobody can stop me from returning home. I am coming home. Meanwhile, the leaders of the Yoruba self-determination groups, otherwise known as Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà, Professor Banji Akintoye, who also spoke during a separate interview with journalists in Cotonou, declared that the emergence of the ex-governor of Lagos State, Senator Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC, cannot deter or whittle down the movement of the actualization of the Yoruba nation. He posted, "Tinubu is my very good brother and kinsman, being a Yoruba, but his victory as the flag bearer of the APC would not stop our agitation to actualize Yoruba nation through a peaceful and legal means. We don't have anything against the political aspirations of Yorubas, irrespective of party affiliations," while maintaining that Tinubu should not bask in the euphoria of getting his party ticket ahead of the 2023 presidential poll. Akintoye, who was flanked by another leader of the Ìlànà Oòduà, Professor Adekunle Adeniran, noted that the national leader of the APC may be betrayed by or ditched by the Northern Power Bloc, most especially the APC governors in the North, who vehemently backed power shift to the South. So here we get to hear from Sunday Igboho himself recounting the attack on his residence July 1st, 2021. And he said the DSS actually waged a full-scale war on him, and that their main aim was to actually get him killed. And like he said they were championed, they were led by a woman and accompanied by a number of soldiers, and they waged a full-scale war on him that day. He said they came into his house and started shooting, and some of them were strategically positioned on the streets that led to his house to prevent him from actually escaping. And he said they shot and forced their way into his premises, shooting sporadically, and the encounter lasted for more than 1 hour. And he said it was a full war, and that their intention was to get him killed, and it was God that saved him that day. And he said the residents of Soka, and most especially his neighbors, were gripped with fear. And he spoke about his uncle, who was a Muslim and was observing prayer at the moment of the attack started, was shot dead right on his praying mat. And he also said another close aide of his was shot dead, and we know 2 people died in that attack. And he said despite his escape from Nigeria, his trial in Cotonou, his imprisonment and everything that he has been through, and his release from custody, the agitation for the realization of Yoruba nation is still very much ongoing, and he isn't backing down. And he also stated that he will be coming back to Nigeria very soon, because Yoruba land is his father's land, and nobody can stop him from coming home. And he said he is going to be coming home. And he said he actually left and escaped from his Ibadan home to actually prevent more deaths, as he said that if he had not done that, more of his loyalists would have been killed. And this is a really noble act from Sunday Igboho, because it prevented a lot of deaths. And further, meanwhile, in recent news and related news, they also spoke to various other Yoruba agitators, like the leader of the Ilana Omo Odua, the Professor Banji Akintoye. And he also spoke in a separate interview talking about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu emerging the presidential flag bearer of the APC. And he said that Tinubu is his very good brother and kinsman, being a fellow Yoruba man, but that his victory as the flag bearer of the APC would not stop them for agitating for a Yoruba nation, and they actually want to do that through a peaceful and legal means. And he also spoke about how they are not against Yorubas who are actually running for political power or their political aspiration, irrespective of their party affiliations. And he also talked about that. He also spoke why Tinubu shouldn't be basking in the euphoria of getting the APC's presidential ticket, talking about how he can still be betrayed or ditched by the Northern Power Bloc, as most of the APC governors in the North were actually against the power shift to the South. So we're going to see how that plays out, and we'll keep you updated on all things coming through to us, and all news that are just hitting the blogs. So thank you, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. That's it from us today, guys. Thank you, and God bless.